Dear students, today you will see octal and hexadecimal addition as well as subtraction. So octal we know the base is 8. Okay. So adding two numbers with the base 8, it's quite comfortable if the sum is up to 7. Okay, it is just like our normal addition. But if the sum is more than 7, then you have to convert into octal and write the sum there. See the first example, 1 plus 7, it is 8. 8 is not in the octal number because we are having up to 7. So 8 has to be converted into this 8 number. The number 8 is converted into octal. We will be getting 1 0. So write 0 here, 1 is the carry. Add carry, 6 plus 1, 7. 7 plus 4, 11. 11 is again not in the octal table. So what you have to do? Convert into 11 is equal to 13. So 13 you have to write 3 and there is a carry 1 you have to add. 1 plus 2, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. So these are the steps. If the sum is up to 7, okay, no problem, use as such. If it is more than 7, better you have to, there is no way, you have to convert into octal and use the number. Okay. This is the table that shows the octal number corresponding to the decimal. Left side it is decimal. 8 is 10, 9 is 11, 10 is 12, 11 is 13, like that. Okay. Second example also giving the same. 3 plus 2, 5. 2 plus 6 is 8. It is nothing but 1 0. So write 0 here, add the 1 to here. 7. 6 plus 1, 7 plus 3, 10. 10 is nothing but 12. So you have to write 12, 2 here, again 1. 1 plus 6, 7, 7 plus 4, 11. 11 is 13, write 3 here. The carry 1, 1 plus 3, 4 plus 2, 6. So that is how we can do the octal addition. Here you can see another way where we are having the octal addition table. Writing the table is very simple. You have to write the row wise and column wise the numbers from 0 to 7. Okay. Then what to do? Write from 0 to 7 in the first column, then 1 to 7, and after 7 we know that the number is 1 0 because 8 is represented by 1 0. So third column, start from 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1 0, 1 1, like that. The last column starting from 7 and finishes at 16. Now you can directly substitute. For example, 45 plus 23, 5 plus 3. You take 5 in the row or column, no problem. Okay, suppose I am writing the fifth column, then look into the fifth row and third column. Fifth row, third column. This is the number 1 0. 5 plus 3 is nothing but 1 0. Similarly, 4 plus 2 plus, that is 4 plus 2 plus 1. It is 7 only. 5 plus 7, look into 5 plus 7. 5 here, take 7 here. 5 plus 7 is nothing but 14. Again look, 6 plus 3, what to do? 6 here, 3 here, you will be getting 11. Okay, that is, you take the one number in from the row and another number from the column. For example, you want to add 7 plus 7, 7 here and 7 in the column. So the number is 60. Like that you can do easily the addition. So you can do directly or by using the octal addition table you can find the sum. Then comes the subtraction. In the octal subtraction, two things are there. If a small number is subtracted from the large number, then you are directly getting the result as octal number. Suppose a large number is subtracted from a small number, then you have to take a borrow and add with the small number and then subtract the large number. We will see the example. Here 3, 6, 6 minus 2, 4, 3. 6 minus 3, 3. 6 minus 4, 2. 3 minus 2, 1. All are valid octal numbers, so there is no issue. But in the second case, see here, 521 minus 230. Okay, 1 minus 0 is 1. Then here 2 minus 3, it is not possible. So what to do? You have to take a borrow, and this borrow is actually 8. Okay, because we are dealing with the octal number, the borrow is 8. So take a borrow from the previous number. Okay, then that number becomes, since it has given a borrow, this number becomes 5 minus 1, that is 4. and here the number becomes 8. The borrow is 8. Okay, so you have to add these two. 8 plus 2 is 10. 10 minus 3 is 7. 5 has become 4. 4 minus 2 is 2. That is 271, the answer. Again see another example, 2401 minus 1077. Okay, so here the thing is that 1 minus 7 is not possible. So you have to take the borrow from the previous. Even that previous itself is 0. Okay, you cannot take a borrow from there. So go to the next. Here it is 4. So take a borrow. 4 becomes 3. This become 8. Okay. Then from this 8 take the borrow to here. So 8 becomes at the LSB and this 8 becomes 7 at that position. So 8 minus 1, 8 plus 1. Okay, 8 plus 1, you have to add these two. 8 plus 1 is 9. 9 minus 7, 2. Then this 7 you have to add with 0. 7 plus 0 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. 3 is there. 3 minus 0, 3. 2 minus 1 is 1. So that is how you can see the octal subtraction. Okay. Then there are ways by which you can see the octal subtraction using 7 and 8 complement method. You have to read any textbooks or internet materials and see how the difference of two numbers can be found out by using 7 and 8 complement method. Actually we have seen the ones complement, twos complement, the same procedure for finding the difference of two numbers using 7 and 8 complement method. Okay. Next is hexadecimal addition. Okay, here you have to add the numbers. Okay, directly add the numbers. If the number is up to 15, that is F, use it. If the sum is more than 15, then convert it into hexadecimal and use it. We will see the examples. 8 plus 3, that is 11, but 11 is a valid hexadecimal. Write B. Then okay, F plus B. Okay, what is F plus B? So this is of course more than, F is 15, B is 11, that is 26. 26 is more than the valid hexadecimal number. So you have to find the hexadecimal of 26, that is nothing but 26, 1, then there is 10 as the remainder, 1A. So write A here, that 1 is to be added. 1 plus 3, 4, 4 plus 5, 9. So the answer is 9AB. Similarly, second case, 2 plus 4, 6. Okay, no problem. A plus 9, that is A is 10. 10 plus 9, 19. 19, what is the number? 19 is nothing but 13 in hexadecimal. So write 3, 1 should be added. So F is 15, 15 plus 1, 16. Okay, 16 you will be getting 1, 1. Write 1 here. Again the carry goes to the next. So 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 1 is A. Then 9 plus B. Of course, that is also more than 15, because B is 11. 11 plus 9 is 20. 20 you will be getting the number as 14. Write 4 here and 1 is the carry. That is how we can see the hexadecimal addition. Here also there is an hexadecimal addition table. Okay, instead of finding the or converting the number, you can directly substitute this. For example, I want to add 6 plus E. What to do? 6 take from the column if you want, and E from here. For example, 6 coming here, E here. 6 plus E is equal to 14. Another example, C plus F. C plus F. C in the row wise, F in the column wise, or vice versa. You will be getting the same number. The answer is 1B. Okay. These are certain examples already given. You can directly substitute from the table. And again the subtraction, hexadecimal subtraction. Okay. So what to do? You have to subtract the number. If the number is a small number is reduced from a higher bigger number, then there is no issue. But otherwise there will be issue. But you have to take the borrow. The borrow here in the hexadecimal case is 16. See the first one, 6 minus 3 is 3. okay, then a minus b, it is not possible because a is small number, b is a big number, so you have to take a borrow from there, the previous bit. So 4 becomes 3 and here 16. Now add 16 plus a and reduce b. 16 plus a is 16 plus 10, that is 26. 26 minus 11 is 15, that is f. That is how you can get 2f3. Similarly, second case, a minus 2 is 10 minus 2, 8. Then 5 minus 7 is not possible. You take 6, a borrow. So 3 becomes 2. Then 16 plus 5, 21. 21 minus 7, 14. That is nothing but e. Then here is 2, 2 minus 1, 1. That is how you can see. The same similar step is for this example also. Okay. The only the thing you have to understand that when you are taking the borrow from a previous number, that number reduces 1 and the borrow is borrow is number 16, since it is a hexadecimal. Okay. Here also you can see the hexadecimal subtraction by using 15 and 16 complement method. That also you have to refer any textbook and try to understand the things. That's all.